In 1983, Kiss released their album Lick It Up. And my friend Mike and I are going to talk about it on this episode of Records with Ray. Lick it up! Lick it up! Oh! Come on, come on! Okay, so I have a confession to make. So, like, I was a total product of the 80s, right?
Yes.
I really got into music via MTV. And I knew of Kiss, obviously. The 70s Kiss with the makeup and everything like that. I knew there was Gene, Paul, Ace, and Peter. My first exposure to Kiss Unmasked is the Lick It Up video, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the video comes on, and again, I'm not knowing much of like what's been going on with Kiss in the last few years. You see Paul.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, all right, that's Paul. Yeah, that looks like him. And you see Gene. Well,
Yeah.
obviously that's Gene because
he's the tallest one.
Because he's tall. And then like I remember seeing like
Two other guys.
I remember seeing Vinnie Vincent. I'm like, is that Ace? And I'm looking at Eric Carr, and I'm like, that doesn't look like Peter Criss. And I'm trying to put it together because I'm assuming like I didn't know that like those are new guys.
USA used to have this like this program on called Radio 1990 and stuff like that.
I love that show.
Kiss was on that one in 1982.
Yeah,
when they did a. I actually have the full length interview on VHS.
No way.
And I thought it was before I even knew Ace left the band. And you there, I'm like, wow, did Ace change his makeup?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because he looked like amazingly like Ace, kinda.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Shorter.
Yeah. And then you get the Vinny saying he was from Connecticut. I'm like, I thought they were all from New York.
Yeah, that's just again, it's like this is before like the internet and like whatever news you knew was from like
magazines,
Hip Parade or Circus or anything like that. Well, so I didn't. So it's like here it is, Kiss Unmasked, but I didn't know that like half the band was already gone. Why did they go unmasked for Look It Up? What happened? I mean, like I kind of know, but like why what made them finally decide like all right, let's.
I believe they just thought they went as far as they could go with it at that point.
Do you think they did the right thing?
Yes.
Why?
No reason why. I mean, I think people really wanted to see them without the makeup too, and it's like that's what everybody wanted.
And then, ironically, in the '90s, everyone wanted.
Yeah,
them to
now
put
everybody
back on.
nobody wants to see them without makeup now. You know,
but can you put on the white and black face paint again?
Yeah.
Okay, Creatures of the Night is a really powerful album. Like I really love that album. I'm a fan of it. I don't even want to say it was a return to form because it was definitely heavier than like anything that they've done. But up until that point, they did The Elder, for what it's worth,
which does have It's one of my favorite Kiss albums.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
All right. I guess I'll have to listen more into it. But like Unmasked is very produced, very slick album.
That's because they had like a pop kind of producer.
Yeah, they did. And then Dynasty, is edging on disco.
And was produced by the same producer.
Yeah, but
they all like Peter's solo album. Dynasty and Unmasked were produced by Vinnie Poncia, all the same.
Yeah. But I will say this about Lick It Up is it's a full-on hard rock album.
Yeah. A return to form, I guess you could say.
Even beyond return to form. Is Lick It Up your favorite song on it?
No.
What's your favorite?
It's one of the slower, A Million to One.
Really?
Yeah. And like they would never play it live, and then finally in like 2006 when Paul went on his solo album, the solo album tour that he put out in 2006, played A Million to One live. He did Magic Touch that night.
Wow.
Yes.
Out of all the unmasked Kiss albums, what would be your favorite?
What would be my favorite?
Is it Revenge?
Or
I guess the more important question is where does Lick It Up stand on those?
In there?
Yeah, between that, Animalized, Asylum, Hot in the Shade, Revenge.
I would say.
I'd say it's probably my favorite.
It's up there.
It's probably one of my favorite because I love how it's produced.
It's like when you have like so many to choose from, you get well, how are you gonna do that? It's like kind of
And I gotta say this. I mean, like, I'm a Vinnie Vincent fan. That guy
me too.
That guy can shred.
Yeah.
I think he gets a bad rap because because
he's weird.
He's a unique individual, but like. I've watched. I found this like one. It was like a Kiss live video when they're still wearing the makeup, and like he's doing his guitar solo and like.
What did it happen to be Brazil?
I think it is.
Yeah,
I mean that guy's shredded.
That's the most common one you'll find, but there are.
He's a shredder.
Yeah.
Definitely 180 from what like Ace Frehley was doing, and I think for a lot of diehard Kiss fans or fans that were into Kiss up at that point, that was probably like, what the hell's this guy doing? Because Ace is more like he's more about the melody, being slick and everything like that.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of at that time, like Eddie Van Halen was in.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
I honestly think that Lick It Up was definitely Vinnie Vincent's time to shine.
Yeah.
In Kiss.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What's your favorite track off of?
Lick It Up.
Lick It Up.
Okay. It just sticks in my head.
And plus, I think Vinny co-wrote like maybe like 8 out of the 10 tracks on there.
Yeah, it's a solid album. I think when people look back in the Kiss history, I think it's going to be one of the standout albums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only because it's the first one without makeup.
Yeah, but because it's a rocker.
Trusty old cards out here again.
See, I would assume that you would have the Kiss discography tattooed on your arm.